Wait. Maybe if I'm in, like, the direct center. Maybe if I walk over where it's trying to pull me, we can make something happen. Alright, so... Up, up, and away! Oh god, it was close. Oh, that's gonna hurt. So it looks like Joe Merrick found a way to get a flying machine in Legend of Zelda that does not require octo balloons, and he was able to take it to the top of the game's ceiling. So wow, this crazy thing works. I can fly, and then he says, got this high before it kicked me off. Fairly certain it was a ceiling. I didn't fall off. It was if Link hit something, but the rest didn't. So I'm gonna go and give this a shot for myself because it looks pretty fun. Okay, so let's see if I can recreate Joe Merrick's crazy flying contraption. So it looks like all you need is a metal crate and a minecart. After kind of looking around the Goron area for a bit, seems like the best one is going to be at the Goron Hot Springs, because then all you have to do is carry it to this base over here. There's a lot of metal crates, and you should be good to go. Now, I strongly recommend saving while you're up here, because I failed quite a lot. I've been doing this for about an hour, and I'm on my 12th attempt, mostly because if you fall in lava, it's done. That while the lava won't kill you, it will despawn the minecart, and that is a big issue. So what you want to do is you want to head around to this side, go to the max range on your magnesis, and then just kind of go up the mountain until you can drop it, and then you just want to follow it on its way down, because it'll gently take this slope, or, well, just kind of slide down. It'll do whatever it wants. So, slides down this slope. When it comes to rest, then you can pick it up, and as you notice, we are now right outside of the base. So, it took a couple of attempts to get that setup going, but it seems to be one of the fastest ways of setting up the minecart. Now, I don't know what Joe Merrick did, because if you look, Death Mountain is in the background, so I don't know if there's any, like, hidden minecarts around the area, or if it took him that far, but overall, this is kind of it. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to deal with this camp, because if you're resetting a lot while trying to set up and then finding your own failures and successes, it's not that much fun to kill the enemies every single time. So, I've just gotten to the point where I don't care anymore. I'm going to pull out my ancient bow, I'm going to pull out my ancient arrows, and I'm going to go and kill these fools. So, pretty much if you just take out the scouts really quick, it should be pretty simple and effective for you. So, there we go. And then we steal a metal crate. As you can see, there's a lot of metal crates to steal, so I'm going to go and grab that one, and then we'll be good to go. So now this is where things get tricky, because everything has to be perfect. If the minecart is slanted, it's going to be tricky. If the box isn't perfectly in the minecart, it's going to be tricky. And see, that's actually not good enough, that the minecart, or the box is a little too off, so let's just readjust it, and that might work. So the biggest problem that you're going to have is that when you're flying, it just spins around and then you lose connection on the magnesis, and that's kind of like why I failed the most times. Also, if you don't do anything, it just takes off. So you have to remain calm for the most part, but you also have to do everything correctly. So let's go and try to set this up a little better. So you might have noticed that when I got on, it just started driving, so it kind of works as a strange land vehicle, but that's not what we want. So the second it starts to take off, I've been trying to like just pull up, and then that gets me airborne. Now what you want to do is, it's a delicate dance, and as I feel like I'm just going to lose this minecart here pretty soon. Yeah. Oh god. Oh, grab it. Oh, I saved it. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, there's a little bit of a trick to this, but for the most part, I pull up, and then that means your horizontal momentum kind of slows down, and then you need to just gently tilt the joystick, and then you'll start to rise just a little, and then hopefully you won't have too much of a problem from there. So it takes like a big pull to get you off the ground, but after that you can kind of stabilize it. So once we get this set up, it's also very important to mention that Link balances this. So if you're on one side, it'll kind of tilt and do that. So it's like a perfect mix of getting the right tilt on the machine and then balancing Link and then not having the magnesis sever, and that's kind of like the biggest issue that I found so far. So let's try to get up in the air again, and then, yeah, it's kind of tricky stabilizing it, that if you take off on a slant, it's going to take off slanted, so you just kind of need to make it work in the right way, and I don't like this setup at all, because I feel like it's going to start to go for the lava, I'm going to pull up, and then I'm going to fall off into the lava, as has happened many times. So we're going to see if we can make this happen, and then, okay, I went straight up, and then I'm tilting up right now, and it actually seems to be pretty good. But it wants to give resistance, and I feel like there's a big issue that it could sever here pretty soon, yeah. So eventually the box just kind of gets in the way and it cuts it off. So I don't know the setup Joe Merrick was doing. I've looked at that picture a couple times now, and I just can't get that right angle. So maybe if you're in the back and then you like launch from a tilted rock or something at in just the right way, it kind of works. But I've been at this for an hour and I haven't been able to make it happen quite like Joe Merrick. So I'm gonna start from the front, pull up, move to the back, and then see if that tilts it right. Okay, no. See, it's so challenging finding that correct angle. Okay, this one actually feels a bit promising right now, that I have a good angle, I feel. It's kind of slipping from me, but it doesn't want to spin, and when it starts spinning is when we start getting into the problems. So yeah, it's wanting to spin right now, and like tilting the magnesis doesn't really do much for you either. Ow. Hey, thank you, Mifa. Seems like you just have to be really delicate with it. Because I'm not gaining too much height, but I'm at least, oh boy. Can we clear that lava fall? I don't think so. Oh, that's bad. Very bad. Yeah. So that's kind of the reason. I think we could have taken that one. I think we could have taken that one all the way up. We didn't have enough height to clear it because I was kind of going too flat for a while. Oh, that hurts my feelings. It's not liking it. It's not liking it right now. But if you can just get it, like if you pull too hard, I think that's what helps like break it. There we go. Oh no. Oh no. Not the rock. Oh, I tried. So after 2 hours of recordings and attempts, I was not able to get that perfect flight like Joe Merrick did. I think I had like 4 good ones, but I ended up hitting one of the sides of the mountain before I was able to get past the mountains and just fly forever. The problem is that once the magnesis breaks, it's pretty much done, and then it's a couple minutes to reset, and that's just not fun. Now, I do not believe this is fake in any way. I know that this is absolutely possible, it's just that I'm not skilled enough to do it, but maybe you guys can get something to work. That the idea of this video was mostly a guide showing you where there's a minecart, where there's a metal box, to stack them and then give it an attempt, because it does move. It does work. Even though you can't stand on something and magnesis it, you can put something on top of it, and it seems like the minecart is the most stable way of doing it. I'm just not skilled enough to make it work, but it does also seem like if someone put enough time into this, they could make it function like a machine. You know, it could go left, it could go right, and it has very basic movement. The problem is breaking the magnesis just seems really easy. And another problem is that for like the first 45 minutes, I didn't even realize that breaking magnesis was the problem. So once I started focusing on that, I made a lot more progress. It also took me about 20 minutes to find a good way down the mountain and whatnot. So if I removed all those time variables, I would have had a bit more chance to practice this. But overall, it's something that's going to be worth trying another day. And I think there is some viability to it, but eventually, like, you'll just go straight up and hit the ceiling. Then you can just kind of glide however far you need to glide until you run out of stamina. But it's not like, oh, just pick up a minecart anywhere and then fly through the entire world. There are some limitations, which does make it unfortunate. It reminds me of, like, the Guardian fighting the Talus, that the mechanics are there, but it just doesn't flesh out as cool as you think it would. Like with the octo balloons, like yeah, you can spend a ton of octo balloons trying to make something fly, but overall you're going to be limited in what you can do with it. And I don't really think that's like a bad point of the game. It's just kind of like, oh, we found something expected, but it just didn't break the game as much as we wanted to. And yeah, you can just kind of move about, and it's a cool thing to try out, and it's something that exists in the game, and I think that's one of the biggest points about it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, I hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching. Gonna grab the first box that we can, and hopefully not get caught. Okay, good. So I'm just gonna kind of jack their stuff and peace out, which is why I love this game so much. Just the shenanigans that you can pull off with it, and then just go and put that nice in right there, and I guess we can just kind of climb up. So I think you just were able to magnesis it, and oh god, okay, it works. You can actually move with it. I thought it was just going to go like straight up or something. So okay, apparently there's some kind of control involved with this crazy flying machine. All right. Oh, okay, I'm expecting to fall in lava here soon. Like, when it happens, I just kind of freak out. So let's try this again. Oh man, Joe Merrick, you are the man for coming up with this. So, okay, I'm trying to like control it, and it does loosely until that happens. But I think flat ground is the best way of getting this to work. Wait. Maybe if I'm in like the direct center. Maybe if I walk over where it's trying to pull me. we can make something happen. All right, so up, up, and away. Oh god, it was close. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Huh. Okay, so where's my box? There's my box. Okay. It looks like you do have to be standing on a weird angle, and then you just pull straight up, and you hope for the best. Up, up, up. Yes. Oh god, guys, I think we got it. 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 It's so delicate right now, though. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So you want to very lightly pull it up. Oh no. And then you also have to move around. Ooh. And that smashed another box. Great. Oh, it was so close. Okay. So you do want to move around. So you are yourself a balance in this entire thing. But depending on how you start, you might get a little too much momentum. That's why I'm trying to walk around and slow down my momentum. But if we go straight up, there we go. So we're riding now. And this is why I failed a lot. Because, yeah, eventually you'll break Magnesis. You'll smash the crate. You might die. And sometimes the minecart will fall in the lava. So all of those things are things that you do not want happening at all.